Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys the best non-claw / non-paddle binds for controller players in Chapter 3 Season 4. Now I'm tired, I'm actually exhausted, I just played a good game of basketball, and yeah, so I apologize if my voice is a little bit down, I'm just hella tired. Anyways, let's get on to the video. The new season is an L for me, but that is not going to stop me from posting new videos for you guys. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the best controller binds for both PlayStation and Xbox users. I believe that the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 controllers are literally the same controller, and they are way too similar for me to have a different set of binds for one of them. So yeah, keep that in mind. As much as I love the Xbox controller, I've said this multiple times now in previous videos, but I will say it again, the Xbox controllers have terrible button and stick placements. If you really want to get good at Fortnite and you're looking for a standard controller to start out with, then I 100% suggest the PlayStation controllers over the Xbox ones. Sorry my Xbox viewers, I still love you guys, but the Xbox controller is just not it. Anyways, that's enough ranting. Let's get right into the video. Starting off with the Xbox controllers, we're going to have our edit bind on left stick, since left stick is by far the most famous edit button for most controller players. I get that your thumb is going to hurt a lot, but you'll eventually get used to it, and eventually you won't feel a single thing. I suggest Y for switch mode because it is right next to the pickaxe button, which is going to be on B. Both of these buttons should be close to each other, so you can use your pickaxe if you want to, keep pre-edits enabled. If you don't want to, then it's still pretty helpful to have it close to an important button to press. Let's put jump on right stick, as it is the best button placement for your jump if you don't play claw or paddle. If you disagree with me, then just look at Day, a Fortnite controller pro and possibly one of the best controller players in NA. Next, we want to have our crouching and sliding on A, just because you would not want crouching or sliding on a separate bind than A. Just make sure to have the hold sliding timer or whatever relatively low to make sure you don't let go of your right stick too often. Finally, if you don't have reloading / interacting on X, then you've been living under a rock for 4 years now. Moving on to the building section, make sure everything is default Builder Pro, because you would only change one of these if you have, paddles or stuff like that. I don't suggest moving the builds away from your 4 triggers, because if you do, then you'll just mess up a bunch of builds and it's just gonna look ugly. The editing section is the same for my previous videos, and it is especially the case for Xbox. The Xbox triggers are pretty big, that means it bottoms out slower than the PlayStation controller. This means that if you have RT or LT to select your tiles, you experience big input delay, and in order to maximize speed and consistency, I recommend putting select on RB because it's literally a button and it doesn't bottom out like as slow as RT. And speaking of RT, we're gonna put RT on reset and LB to confirm. I also recommend edit on release, by the way, just because these binds are not the most optimal of binds, especially since it is the Xbox controller. But I mean, if you could play without edit on release on non-claw / non-paddle Xbox controllers, then go ahead, I won't stop you. Moving on to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 controllers, and since they are pretty much the same, if not literally the same, make sure to use the same set of binds for both controllers. I own a PS5 myself, and I can safely say that both controllers are literally the same besides the shape. For editing, I recommend touchpad, which you press at any top part of the controller. It doesn't matter, as long as you extend your index finger or your pointer finger to the top part of the touchpad, which I'm going to show on your screen right now.
So what I did was press the button from the top with my pointer finger instead of pressing it with my thumb on the center over here.
I saw a comment that says you can't do that on the PlayStation 5. I personally tried it myself, and it works just the same as PlayStation 4 controllers, so don't listen to that guy. Do keep in mind that you have to extend your pointy finger a little bit, and it's just gonna adjust to a specific bind to make sure you don't mess up that movement, if that's what we're looking for. Then we'll have our switch mode on circle, which is pretty standard for most PlayStation controllers. Then our pickaxe on left stick, which is used by phase sway, and I mean, who doesn't want to be phase sway? Next, we'll have our jump on right stick, which has the same reason as the Xbox controllers, and our crouching and sliding on X. Let's keep our reloading / interacting on square, and we should be good to go for the combat section. The building section should stay the same as default Builder Pro once again, since anything different would mess up the entirety of these binds that I showed you guys. For the editing section, this is where we're going to adjust something. I usually recommend the R1 on your controller for selecting. However, since you're extending the pointy finger to edit, it makes it slightly harder to press your bumpers when selecting tiles, which is why I recommend R2 for selecting. Now, the PlayStation triggers bottom out faster than the Xbox ones. Obviously not as fast as the bumpers, but definitely fast enough to keep the job done. After that, I recommend L1 to reset, and finally L2 to confirm. I recommend going on edit on release once again, but having edit on release off doesn't seem so bad with these binds in my opinion, so I would still consider it if you want to consider having edit on release being off. Anyways, Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Turn on post notifications so you are notified of videos just like this one. Also, make sure to check the link in the description. I have my Twitter and Instagram there so that you can drop a follow, and I'm going to be more active on Twitter and Instagram than YouTube, just because it's just been a busy week and I'm a student coordinating body officer, and it just doesn't help that I have too many responsibilities. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.